Okay, so here we are again. Good night from Puerto Rico. This is Daniel Peña. Today we're going to be talking about Israel once again. We're going to leave the boxing for tomorrow. We're going to keep talking about Deontay Wilder and cheater Tyson Fury, but I want to touch on this. It's really important since we are in the last days. The Bible doesn't lie when it talks about all the things that are happening today, all these plagues and all these earthquakes, the storms, the weather's changing the way it is, the volcanoes. It is something that the Bible talks about, and I just want to touch on this because it is because of the sin and not because of this fake things that they're always talking about the climate change, because the climate is always changing, so it's not something new. So I want to talk at least not about sin, not about all these things that I have just said. I want to touch on the story of Israel. Israel is a nation or a state or a country. A country that is come from thousands of years ago. I want to go back 2,000 years ago or so, when the Romans were the empire at the time, where they had the almost all these countries under their power. Israel was one of them. It was called Judea by that time, because of some other things that happened in that before that time, because it was called Israel first when King David was there, because all the tribes were together. When the tribes divided themselves, there were two kingdoms. Any Christian or any person who studies the Bible knows that after King Solomon, the son of David, sinned and divided, and the country was divided by his sins, because his son took the kingdom of Judea and Benjamin. The tribe of Benjamin and Judea stayed together, and all the other tribes, the other 10 tribes became Israel. So it was Israel and Judea. So it came the time when Israel was taken hostage by the Assyrian Empire, and that's when it came to be known as Judea. But that's for another day. I want to start from the Roman Empire and the wars that the Romans had with the Jews at that time. The Jews were they were never a people that liked to be under the power of nobody. They had three wars against the Romans. So the Romans, when the Romans defeated the Jews, they tried to do just what Hitler tried to do. They tried to kill all the Jews and erase the name of Israel and the Jewish people of the earth. They didn't want no Jews in the world. They wanted to extinguish them. They wanted to kill them all. So I just want to read this to you so you can know. This is history. This is not from the Bible. Then let me just put the article in the in the screen. So there it is. I'm going to start reading. It says, the Romans changed the name of Judea to Syria Palestina in 135 AD after the Bar Kokhba revolt, which is sometimes called the Third Jewish-Roman War. At the same time, the Romans expelled most Jews from the province. The purpose was to destroy the kosher identity of the province and spread the Jews throughout the empire in order to prevent another revolt. The fact that we call this war the Third Jewish-Roman War should give you some clue as to why the Romans did this. Let's look at this history of events. Okay, here's the other part. It's going to come up now. Okay, there it is. So it says like this. It continues like this. Palestine comes from the Israelis' arch enemies, Philistine, that was based in the now Gaza region. That is why modern Israel does not consider Gaza as biblical territory. So the Roman leadership after 132 AD wanted to rid the Roman world of the Hebrews and the nation of Jews, Judea. The Jews had been fighting for freedom and independence for a long time against the invading oppressors. The Romans and were some of the most unknown people of the empire. So the name of the area was changed to Philistine from Judea as a way of insulting the last of the Jews there and of incorporating Judea into Syria, Palestine, into the wider province of Syria. That is possible where the later Arab Muslim got the idea of the greater Syria Caliphate, which is what they have wanted for a very long time. Even ISIS recently. This was a long-held aim of the spiritual force that have wanted to silence the Jewish and later Christian voice. We are seeing the same tactics today in the media, government, legislation. Okay, so there you have it. This is history. This is not something that I'm making up. It is not in the Bible. This you will not find this in the Bible. You will find the war that it says that Tito was the general. I guess I think it was the one who expelled the Jews from who wanted to kill them all, expel them from the land. So what is happening in Israel today, it's been happening for thousands of years. The Jews has been in war for a real long time. They have been under oppression for many years. They were under the oppression of the Egyptians, Egypt, the Persians, the Babylonians, and so on and on. So we can see that the Jewish people are the people from that land. And this was 2,000 years ago. This is history, and you can find it in any book you want. The Israeli people has been oppressed for a long time, and the land where they are today is their land. And not only that land, it's much bigger, and they are trying to live in that land, and they are doing some great things. It is a great race of people who want peace. The only problem is that they are always attacking them. So if you are a people and you have your country, you will defend it till the end. You won't let nobody try to destroy your land. So anybody can say anything about the Palestinians, about the Arabs, about anybody. But the Jewish people are in the place that they are supposed to be. Okay? So I just want to read this to you, because this is from the Bible. This is from Zechariah 12. It says like this. It is going to be on the screen. Okay, there it is. Okay, so burden of the word of the Lord against Israel. Thus says the Lord, who stretched out the heavens, lays the foundation of the earth, and formed the spirit of man within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of drunkenness to all the surrounding people when they lay siege against Judea and Jerusalem. And it shall happen in that day that I will make Jerusalem a very heavy stone for all peoples. That is what is happening today. All peoples, Israel is been hated from all nations. Today, the United Nations, the European Union, they are always attacking Israel, making resolutions against Israel. That is daily. Let me just keep reading. All who would have it away will surely be cut in peace. Thought all nations of the earth are gathered against it. In that day, says the Lord, I will strike every horse with confusion and its rider with madness. I will open my eyes on the house of Judea, and I will strike every horse of the people with blindness. And the governors of Judea shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem are my strength, and the Lord of hosts, their God. In that day I will make the governors of Judea like a fire pan in the wood pile, and like a fiery torch in the sheaves. They shall devour all the surrounding people on the right hand and on the left. But Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, Jerusalem. The Lord will save them tents of Judah first, so that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall not become greater than that of Judah. In that day the Lord will defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. The one who is feeble among them in that day shall be like David, and the house of David shall be like God, like the angel of the Lord before them. It shall be in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. So there it is. So there you have it. God will destroy all the nations that come against Israel. This has been happening since 1947. All these nations around them, I'm talking about the nation around Israel, have been trying to destroy Israel since 1947, and they have not succeeded. And these are much bigger nations than Israel, and God has been the miracle of the state of Israel till this day. So in the last days, all the nations will gather against Israel, and God will come in their defense, and they will be victorious again, and God will have the victory for him and his people. So that is all that I wanted to show you, to read and to make you understand the meaning and the hatred against a country that is supposed to be there. They're not oppressing anybody. They're in their land. They're trying to take away their land. And they're not going to be successful in doing that. Israel will be there, and they will be there till the end. There will be wars and rumors of wars, and that is happening right now. But it will get worse. It will get worse. But Israel will have the victory. I mean, God will have the victory. So I want to thank anybody who watched this video, and I will see you tomorrow. I will come back with more from Deontay Wilder, and we will then keep talking about this important matter. Okay, so thanks a lot and good night.